Hey guys, George here from the F1 Chronicle, and today I'm bringing you 5 things that we learned from Miami Grand Prix qualifying today. 2024 Miami GP, the weekend is motoring on very nicely, and let's get into 5 things that we learned about qualifying for the Grand Prix tomorrow. First of all, the first thing that I noticed was that Alpine actually have some decent pace. They have definitely improved, especially from the very start of the season. They obviously got 11th place in China with, I think it was Ocon who was 11th in that race. So they have been making some steady progress. It looked like they might have got into Q3 today, but just missed out in the end. P12 for Gasly, P13 for Ocon. They have shown some okay-ish pace so far this weekend, so they could well get some points, especially if they get a good start, some lucky pit stops under a safety car, or some guys crash up ahead of them, because obviously we had quite a few crashes in the sprint race. And do check out my 5 things that we learned for the sprint race as well, which is already up on our channel. Next, yes, a pretty decent for Alpine. Pretty bad though for Aston Martin. Aston Martin really not good around this track. Alonso down in P15, Lance Stroll in P11. They just couldn't hold the car up. It would just not work. Yeah, they got a bit unlucky sometimes with traffic as well, but yeah, for both Astons, I mean, you kind of expect it with Stroll a little bit, but he would actually beat Alonso fair and square today. But yeah, for both Astons to not make the top 10 shootout in qualifying is very, very poor indeed. The third thing I want to talk about, this kind of follows on a bit from the sprint 5 things I did earlier today, is we actually got some news about Kevin Magnuson. It's basically after the sprint, he went up to the stewards and spent the last few hours or so explaining his actions, because he did many actions, many penalties too, just to basically see whether he deserved any further punishment. And we did find out during this qualifying session that he has 3 penalty points added to his license, taking him up to 8 overall at the moment. So if he gets 4 more, I think he will get a race ban. And to be honest with you, with the way he acted, he might well be heading for a race ban at this rate. Really, really poor driving in the sprint. Didn't do particularly well today in qualifying either. Out-qualified again by Nico Hülkenberg. Surprise, surprise. Anyway, I do like K-Mag, by the way. I just want to say that. I do like him. But he's been an absolute disgrace this weekend so far. He really has been. He better do better during the Grand Prix, otherwise he's going to be in serious trouble again. Anyway, moving on. McLaren, or at least I want to talk about the mediums more than anything. McLaren didn't do too bad today in qualifying, but got both cars into Q3 again. It did better in Q3 as well, got some better placings. But it turns out that the medium tyres, the ones that Lando Norris actually set the fastest time of qualifying for the sprint for, was actually a pretty good tyre to have in the end. He did some laps in Q2 and Q3. His fastest lap was actually set on the softs, but Lewis Hamilton, he got P8, and his fastest lap was on the mediums. So that medium tyre seems to be a lot better than the soft. I do not expect to see the soft tyre at all tomorrow. I think it's going to be soft, hard, or sorry, not soft, hard. It's probably going to be medium, hard, or something like that tomorrow, or medium hard. I don't expect to see the soft at all in tomorrow's race, unless somebody is going to try and do like the fastest lap in the last few laps or something like that, late pit stop. That's the only scenario where I foresee the soft tyre happening. So yeah. Last thing I want to talk about is Ferrari. They're doing pretty well at the moment. They have some good pace around this track, and actually out-qualified Sergio Perez, Leclerc and Carlos Sainz in 2nd and 3rd today, only around 2 tenths or so slower than Max Verstappen, who is on pole position again, of course. 6 poles in a row to start the season. He's the first driver since Alain Prost back in 1993, so over 30 years ago, to manage that at the start of the season. I have to mention Verstappen because, yeah, he's just in imperious form right now. So, yes, I expect him to walk away with it tomorrow, to be honest with you. But you never know. Ferrari could really spring a surprise. And Max has been complaining about the clutch in his car as well. So that car is not bulletproof. But it's pretty bloody quick, so we'll see what happens with it. But yes, those are my 5 things from the qualifying session for the Miami Grand Prix. What did you think about it? Let us know in the comments below. And of course, keep it tuned to the F1Chronicle.com for all the coverage over the Miami Grand Prix weekend and beyond.